Today I'm back on my bay tree that's been growing very slowly. I haven't really done much work to this. I've pruned it a few times over the years and potted it up into a slightly bigger pot at some point, but that's about it. I would have said it's not growing at all, but the past videos show it is, just very slowly. It does seem to have got a little bushier, but still a long way from being anything decent. Really, I think it needs to go into a massive pot, like a big crate or something, for a few years to really let it beef up. The leaves are naturally quite large, so it's never really going to work as a small tree. But I'm doing what I can for now, and maybe in the future I can give it the space it needs to really develop. By October it will have started to shut down. It does live outside all year round, and while it's fine here, these are usually found close to the Mediterranean, where I'm sure they grow a lot more vigorously than this one does. It's also an evergreen, which is why there's no real change. But you can see one or two yellow leaves. They're just the old ones that are dying off and they'll just be replaced. It's hard to see the trunk, but it has thickened up over time, although not much. It's maybe gone from pencil thick to marker pen thick, so nothing amazing. In February it's looking pretty rough, but I'm going to prune it here and get it ready for spring. I will be repotting it soon, but for now I just want to prune anything back that's looking too long. But you'll see I don't really remove too much. It's mostly just the tips. The branches are not too long and not too crazy, but hopefully this will help it divide and get the tree a little more bushier. The main structure isn't too bad. It of course needs to beef up, but it also needs to be wired down a bit. But overall it's not too bad. I didn't need to remove anything, I just need to trim a few things back, which as you can see wasn't a lot of work. Not a lot happening in March, so I'm just waiting for it to wake up. So I missed April, it was a bit too wet, but in May here we're going to repot it. It's hard to see, but there are some buds starting as well. This tree is quite slow to wake up since it is slow growing, but it's ready for work now. I thought it was going to give me some trouble there, but it came out really easy. The pot is angled nicely, so I was able to slide right out after a few slaps, but it was a little tight. Right away it's an interesting root ball. It doesn't look too full, but the base has got quite a lot of thick matted roots in there, so it seems to have been growing straight down and building up down there. You'll see when I loosen up the bottom, a lot of loose soil falls out. I haven't repotted this in a few years and I could have maybe got away for another year, but I think this was a good time. Those roots at the bottom are not what I want, so hopefully getting rid of them today will help the tree out. I got a bit carried away there trying to loosen up the bottom that I forgot about the top, so I quickly knocked off all the compact soil and the moss from the top, which I didn't want to keep. And then I'll get back to untangling the bottom. After a while I was left with this. It doesn't look too bad, it's a bit long but it's nice and dense and there seems plenty of roots. I then just trimmed everything back, which is pretty much just flat cut in the bottom. I'm also going to put it back in the same pot. It's not as big as I want to use, but it's fine for now. And you can see here the roots are not too bad. It's nothing amazing, but it's alright. I've certainly seen a lot worse. The last time I repotted this tree it took a long time to recover, but I was also way more drastic last time, so hopefully it won't be too upset this time, but we'll see. And here we are now, where hopefully it will be recovering. Thanks for watching, see you next time.